And here we
we're
go.
off.
Linkshot starting off in the sanctuary here, and he finds a heart container right off the bat in the sanctuary chest. Not bad.
Yep, and we're going to see some different perspectives here. Another heart container. Healthy seed so far.
Yeah, not bad. So most of our runners now heading off over to Uncle, while Linkshot is going to actually head the down way right into Kakariko. He's not even heading up to the escape area. Bit of an interesting divergence right off the bat.
No, it's not bad. I mean, we've seen some runners do that.
Ooh, bombs from the tree pull.
Nice.
Good call from the other runners there. Linkshot made a mistake, it looks like, right off the bat. Not checking the tree pull, but we'll see how that plays out. And we got Bloomerang in the secret passage chest.
What is this? This isn't rando.
What do you mean? Boomerang's not supposed to be there.
Oh, that's right. Boomerang's in further down in escape.
And Uncle only had 10 arrows, unfortunately. So now it's going to come down to what's in Kakariko. We're going to get an early look at the race scheme here on Linkshot's end. What is he going to find? Das Boot!
Boots!
What are those?
You think we might be done with this seed a little bit early if we can go ahead and get boots already?
Linkshot, what are you doing?
He's got one bomb. He's got one bomb. He's going to go and farm bombs first.
Still, how do you pass up the boots?
When you... Oh, okay, he's going to go ahead and do it. All right.
Okay, I was about to say.
I think he was kind of questioning there. It's like, does he go and farm bombs up, or does he come back? Because now he's going to have to either spend some more time to farm bombs or purchase them. So all the other runners have absolutely zero bomb problems right now, except Linkshot.
Yeah, that route divergence is not paying up, and it's especially true because we got, well, it looks like 300 rupees there. Oh, we've got Powder Glove with the Lumberjack Cave. Ladies and gentlemen, Aghanim Seed already confirmed.
That's nice to know, and I don't think all of our runners actually went there. Like, Evanidus didn't actually check Lumberjack Cave, I don't think, and Linkshot hasn't as well, so knowledge gap here for g3rd0 and SlimKirby over Evanidus and Linkshot.
Yeah, g3rd0 and SlimKirby both going to have that knowledge going through, so that's going to infect their routing very severely, knowing that they already have to do Aghanim at some point. That is going to be pretty huge for them.
Now, the question for those two is that the intended first lift upgrade or the second one? Because here's what's going to end up happening. If they get the first lift upgrade and, for example, the hammer, it could be pointing Linkshot and Evanidus into completely different directions, checking other locations.
Yep, and we see in Blind Touch, Shovel, Heart Container, Piece of Heart, and Red Boomerangs. We have both boomerangs in the 3 minutes. That is interesting. Not huge, but certainly fun, and we find another single rupee in the back.
I mean, if that's the best weapon you got, might as well go with it. We'd also got the shovel, so we'll be able to route some of that. They may not do a save quit right when they get to the south part, after they get the boots down south of Kakariko. They may just pop right over while they're still there.
That does make sense. Yeah, we'll see how that comes into play. Is Evanidus now going to head into the well? Got 5 more items down here to find. Plus, we've got Linkshot checking a few triple bombs for Evanidus. And in the tavern, we find... Oh, was that Ice Rod?
That was Ice Rod. So...
And I think I just saw silvers over on Evanidus' end.
And half magic. What?
What is this seed?
Shout out to our trackers right now. Dude and Final Flame doing all the work in Kakariko. And the Moon Pearl!
Moon Pearl from a bottle vendor. What is going on with this seed?
Someone decided, it's like, hey, we're going to have, a jet seed right to start with it. Best way to start off the new year. Now, again, this is with all of these items that they're getting right now, lots of interesting items, not necessarily anything progression that they need right now, though. So it'll be interesting to see where these runners go after this.
So now all of our runners going to be checking out. Evanidus is going to head south. He's going to find out what's in that race game. He's going to be very happy to see that and pick that up right away.
Linkshot talking to the dude in Blind's hut. I don't even know what he said.
I don't think Evanidus even checked what was on the race game. He's just going for it, but he is not going to be disappointed with that decision. That's going to save him some time.
That's super risky, particularly how much value he found in Kakariko Village. Normally, I like to do that if I don't find more than 2 items, but definitely more than that. And rewarded with the boots.
This will definitely be a fast seed, no matter how you look at it. So he's going to immediately put those boots to use, and he is taking your cue. He's getting his shovel ready. He's heading over to the Grove.
Absolutely smart move right there by Evanidus. These boots were made for running. That's just what they'll do.
And we have Fighter Sword of the Sacred Grove.
What? Well, okay, that's intended to be able to that's one sword, so either look out for that cape or master sword to be able to get us through. We also know with that lift upgrade that we're going to see maybe an early lamp as well, so we got to be on the lookout for that.
Makes sense, absolutely. Question is what else will they find along the way, and what else will they need to check first before they make that Aghanim play? And remember, Evanidus does not know that Aghanim is going to be required. Only g3rd0 and SlimKirby know. So he may have a good setup going in, but he does not realize how much trollage is waiting for him on the other end.
Yeah, particularly, I mean, keep looking. He's got the Moon Pearl, so if he ends up with a hammer or the other lift upgrade, it could start pointing him over in the direction of starting to check Dark World, Overworld locations, which could be bad. Otherwise, it's not a horrible waste of time for Evanidus and Linkshot, but who knows?
All right, both g3rd0 and SlimKirby now picking up their swords. Meanwhile, Evanidus is working on the dam. He found a big 20 in the dam chest. So let's see what soggy item awaits for him outside, and we find the Master Sword.
Soggy Master Sword, my God, that's not the Master Sword. It's Excalibur. Lady in the Lake just around.
Wow, this seed! I am telling you. To think, within less than 10 minutes, we found silvers, both boomerangs, boots, moon pearl, ice rod, shovel, both 2 sword upgrades. What else and half magic. What else are we going to find here as we head into the mini Moldorm cave?
Well, again, everything that we found isn't necessarily going to unlock a whole lot of stuff. So we know where the first boots are. And okay, there's a bottle.
But yeah, not much else. I would have been a little worried if we had gotten any major items in the mini Moldorm cave, but Fairy Bottle's still not too bad. And with the boots, it's not a surprise. He's heading straight over to the Ice Rod cave. He wants to go check that out because, again, that's a very hard area to route. But with the boots, now is probably the best chance you can have.
Oh, and Linkshot does not yet have a sword, so he has not checked his shovel spot quite yet.
Oh, he's going to regret that later.
Yep, so at this point, it's just kind of a countdown until where do we get the lamp? I mean, I don't know if these runners know their dark rooms for up their way Aga's Tower yet. Man, that would be a little bit rough.
Yep. Now, Evanidus is not saving and quitting out of the Ice Rock Cave. He is going to go ahead and fake Flipper, figuring since he's got that Moon Pearl, let's go ahead and check to see what else he can find. Oh, wow! He actually pulled off a water walking trick there. That is impressive.
Very nice trick there by Evanidus. We'll see. Okay, just a piece of heart vanilla for that location. Then he's going to Moon Pearl over.
Oh, we got a map check. It looks like all crystals in the overworld.
Yep, 1, 4, and 5, I think, was down in desert. Hook shot.
And there's our hook shot. Sequence break hook shot there for Evanidus.
And that's great for Evanidus on one hand. On the other hand, though, that's going to be rough because he's going to go up to Death Mountain, and there's the mirror.
Oh, magic mirror on the Zora ledge. What is going on?
What? I can't even with this seed.
We may have a Stoops Jet seed going on here. Holy cow! All right, g3rd0 now, he's checked the bonk cave, found triple bombs there. Now he's turning in Sick Kid, and he finds 5-bomb upgrade.
I think that's the first disappointment check that we've had all run so far.
Close to it. Wow. What is Evanidus doing? He's going back in the Ice Rod Cave for some reason. Meanwhile, SlimKirby has made the play into the Eastern Palace area. He's going to go ahead and check Sir Hostela's closet. Let's see what we find in there. And we have Big 20, another fairy in a bottle, and another Big 20. So not much there. Will he talk with Sir Hostela? Nope. He says, nope, I'll figure that out sooner or later.
He'll eventually get there. So looks like he's going to go ahead and go to Eastern. Meanwhile, g3rd0 is going to go ahead and do this first part of Escape.
Both are really good plays at this point. Both of them have at least a couple good items in there. So either way, it works out really good. And there's the lamp.
Yep, there it is. Now, it depends. Is g3rd0 going to go ahead? Because g3rd0 has that knowledge. He's going to go ahead. That's probably why he came over here, going to route this escape in. Might set up a death warp here, but I think he has a fairy in a bottle as well.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape right now. He may save and quit. He'll have to save and quit out because he can't death warp. But having the lamp and the Master Sword, he could go ahead and do Aghanim right now as he finds Triple Bomb. Evanidus doing another glitch and gets his magic mirror right out the gate.
Oh, this is risky for Evanidus. I mean, he's sequence breaking quite a bit to get the hookshot and the mirror. He could very quickly lose track of what is and isn't in sequence. So we'll see. Oh my goodness, if only he knows. He hasn't checked Lumberjack Cave yet. He will eventually have to do Aga, though.
Actually, I think he's getting ready to do that right now. Oh no, he's checking Bonk Cave, but he'll probably check Lumberjack while he's here.
And Hobo had the hammer.
Oh, and Power Glove in Zelda's treasure chest. Oh, that is bad. If Evanidus finds that and finds the hammer at the Hobo, he may not go. Oh, no, he's going to head up to Lumberjack now, so he's going to find out really quickly he has to do Aghanim, so that's going to keep him away, tempt him away from not picking up the hammer too early.
Well, that's good for Evanidus, but remember, Linkshot didn't check that either.
No, he's going to be the one that's in trouble there. And
Yeah,
g3rd0 now
he got
going
the
to
hammer.
g3rd0 now heading into the back of Escape now that he's got the got that. And oop! Someone call
Samari.
Phantom Ryu, because that's gotta be Kane.
What is this seed?
I don't know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point out, we are less than 15 minutes into this seed. We have already located both lift upgrades, the boots, the moon pearl, the hookshot, both boomerangs, silver arrows, ice rod, Cane of Samaria, 2 sword upgrades, and 2 bottles, the mirror, the lamp. My God, what's left? I mean, is there anything left?
This ready go mode in less than half an hour.
I mean, really?
Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we still have some troll possibilities here. We don't actually have knowledge of where the flippers are yet. We don't have knowledge of where the fire rod is, and we don't have knowledge of where the flute is. Now, flute may not be required. Flippers may not.
Oh my God, we've got Tempered Sword.
What?
Tempered Sword, 3rd sword upgrade in Eastern Palace. There on SlimKirby's end. What the hell?
What? Was there a what face emote? Yeah.
There it is. There definitely is. We need to get some of those in chat. So yeah, we have Tempered Sword less than 15 minutes in, and SlimKirby is heading to Hyrule Castle. Will he do the back end first, or is he going to go straight to Aghanim? Speaking of Aghanim, g3rd0 is on his way there, and yeah, SlimKirby is going to go up to Escape. He's going to get his lamp. Good call on that one. But oh good God, what is this seed?
Oh my goodness. So, I mean, still plenty of troll possibilities. But, you know, the thing.
Wow. This scene, I'm telling you, holy cow. Bag of olives. We've already found the lamp. It's in the back. It's in the dungeon area of escape. In fact, SlimKirby just picked it up a minute ago, so no.
Oh,
Lamp is already taken out of the equation. That one is not going to troll them.
And okay, so I just want to make sure I have my logic straight because there have been so many sequence breaks so already, people practicing for key sanity tournaments. So the hobo had the hammer, which means flippers are going to be required no matter what because the hammer is required no matter what. It's just a matter of where we find the flippers. Now, flippers are not going to be anywhere that is locked behind either the hammer or the mirror. So that eliminates quite a few different locations, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, but just amazing how much we found so far in 15 minutes. And yet we still have to do Aghanim, but that's not going to take very long here. We're going to have Titan's Mitts right after that. And then the Dark World opens up. We already have the Moon Pearl. At least everyone but Linkshot does. Linkshot, I don't think, has picked it up yet.
That's right. He went into Kakariko Poor, and Slim trying to Death Warp. Oops, he forgot he had a fairy.
He just wasted his fairy. All right, let's get a guesses in chat, folks. How many blue balls are we going to see here?
I'm going to guess 4. Although it could be less because, you know, this seed has been really friendly to these guys so far.
Well, let's find out here. First shot's guaranteed to be a regular shot, but from here on out, it's all random. The maximum's 15 if you hit every hit. Ooh, nope, still nothing yet. Already off to a good, already lucky here. There's one.
One.
And of course, every few shots, there's guaranteed to be that lightning strike. Ooh, this could be a very quick Aghanim fight for g3rd0 if he keeps this up.
My goodness, there's been only one ball.
Could we be looking at a 1 blue ball Aghanim here? Oh my god, we are! 1 blue ball!
Sounds like my New Year's Eve.
Did you just seriously say that? All right, Dark World map check here. All the pendants are on the left side. Crystals 5 and 6 are at Swamp Palace and Ice Palace. All right, let's see what's on the pyramid ledge.
Oh my god, 4th sword.
Oh my god, it's our 4th sword upgrade.
What? Okay, so Clifford, I think, is the one who handed out this seed.
He was.
Clifford, do you have some splaining to do?
Oh my god. That is insane. And g3rd0 is going to immediately head over to the Palace of Darkness, paying off everyone's favorite little extortionist, Kiki the Monkey. 110 rupees, if not more, though, most likely not, down the drain. This is a risky play. He does not have the bow, so if the first item is not a small key, he will be bow locked from here on out, but my god.
So Evanidus is now on his way up and looks like kind of holding hands with SlimKirby. Meanwhile, g3rd0 is in pod and Linkshot is just now doing escape. Remember, Linkshot wasn't able to pick up a lot of things in Kakariko because he just didn't have the money. He does not have the Moon Pearl yet. He still hasn't checked the shovel spot, even though he has the shovel.
Okay, so now that we know what the pendants and crystal are on all the dungeons, let's see what our pedestal hype index is. We know bow is definitely a possibility right now because bow is for Eastern and pod, which are both crystals. Flippers is another possibility, because flippers, we only need that for Ice Palace and Swamp Palace. Both are crystals. The flute can't be it. Actually, no, the flute could. Well, no, flute can't be it, because you need the flute to get to Misery Mire. And the flute Misery Mire is a pendant, so that's out. Of course, any of the medallions for Turtle Rock could be on the pedestal. And that's about it. Everything else we can account for.
I mean, we have so many items right now. And again, flippers, we have to take into account that we have the hammer and the mirror already. Whew. I'm mentally exhausted 20 minutes into this seed already. But yeah, I think bow and flippers are what we're looking for our pedestal seed hype. It's still very much a possibility. And Linkshot is also setting up a death warp. I wonder if he has a fairy as well.
Yeah. Also, chat points out also the Book of Medora, because that could be required for Desert Palace if we don't find the flute. Or if we don't find, because if you can use the flute and mirror to get in the desert, but if we don't find the flute, the Book of Medora could also be a pedestal item. But that's
a
little bit lesser. But still, other than that, that's what we're looking at here. All right, let's see what else we find. Big 20 for g3rd0. Meanwhile, both Evanidus and SlimKirby pretty much in sync now heading into Aghanim 1. And g3rd0 now heading into the Dark Maze. Pretty glad he cooked up that lamp when he did, so he doesn't have to worry about that later.
Okay, so Ketnet9999 actually makes an interesting point. Flips would block Western Dark World access due to blocking Hammer.
What? Never mind. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We just found them.
Where were they? Pod?
They were in Pod, and they were in the Dark Maze.
Alrighty then.
So we don't have to worry about that problem anymore. TNT 175, mirror has already been found. That is on the Zor ledge.
I mean, at this point, we're just presuming that if something hasn't been found, it's because we missed it. Because it's 20 minutes in, and yeah, everything's already been found everywhere here. I mean, seriously.
Yep, and now both Evanidus and SlimKirby picking up their final sword upgrades. We have 2 butter swords, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it's not butter. While g3rd0 heads into the Lumberjack Cave, he now has his Titan's Mitts. And both Evanidus and SlimKirby actually going to head over to Catfish. Interesting play here. Not a bad one, but definitely interesting. As g3rd0 is going to head over to the King's Tomb.
Catfish has had just enough trolley items that I do not blame them one iota for checking it.
Big 20 over there for g3rd0 and the King's Tomb, so not much there. Let's see what the Catfish has. Let's see if that trolliness continues here. And we have just a big 20.
All right, so going through here, we got Linkshot now climbing the tower. He's a little bit behind, but that's perfectly okay. g3rd0 looks like going into Skull Woods. It is a pendant, and not one of the important ones. Green one was in Thieves Town, but only 2 items here. You can usually bank on a real quick check.
Yeah, definitely not a bad call to make here. Skull Woods is notorious for usually having progression items, so it's definitely not a bad call to make. So we'll see if that pays off for him. Meanwhile, SlimKirby now heading into the Lumberjack Tree. He's going to be getting his Titan's Mitts. And Evanidus, since he has the mirror, he's checking Graveyard Cave to see what that has to hide. And just a big 20 for him.
It's interesting, with all the sequence breaking going on, Linkshot is the only one at this point in time that has the hammer. I mean, we know where it's at, and that's one of the more common sequence breaks that we see kind of on a regular basis too, isn't it?
That is very true. And so far, not finding much here. Skullwoods, I think that was both items accounted for, so he is done checking there, and he just doesn't have any more key. No, yeah, he's going out. He's checked everything, so he is done with Skullwoods. So unless this becomes a pedestal seed, we won't be seeing that dungeon again on his end. And he's going to go ahead and check Bumper Cave first. He doesn't have the cape, so we won't be able to get it, but we'll see. Oh, just a big 20, so no thank you.
And chat pointing out there is one Sphere Zero location we haven't checked. Wonderful Agonist Cave.
That's true.
Which...
Agonist Cave is known to be trolly.
Linkshot going to get his Tempered Sword here. Still has not gotten the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, he did not pay for the bottle vendor. He doesn't know what's over there. Big 20 in the Sea House over on g3rd0's end, so he's working his way through the Village of Outcast. Let's see what he finds throughout here, as Evanidus is now picking up his Titan's Mitts over in the Lumberjack. We've got just a heart and 10 arrows.
Kirby also going through Skullwoods. Meanwhile, we see Evanidus bouncing back and forth between light and dark worlds up here.
That magic mirror proving useful for him on that one. g3rd0 now checking out the bomb hut and finds just a piece of heart. And he's going to head, and Evanidus now going to head up to Death Mountain now. Not a bad call to make here. He's got the hook shot, so he can check most of Death Mountain right off the bat. Plus, he's got the Moon Pearl in the mirror, so he can check out a lot here.
Well, and it's interesting because he has both hookshot and mirror are sequence broken. So right now we're only intended to be able to get, just a couple items off Death Mountain, but he'll be able to full clear it out.
Yep. So this is one of those few times where sequence breaking may not hurt him too badly. Got a 5-bomb upgrade from the old man, unfortunately, so not much there. But yeah, this could be one of those few times where sequence breaking actually pays off for him, since he already has everything else he needs, aside from the hammer, which we know he'll have to go to pot eventually, so he'll eventually find those flippers. g3rd0 now making his way through Thieves Town, not finding much here in the front end. He's got one big key and small key. I did not see what was on Spectacle Rock Cave.
I think it was just 5 arrows, so nothing worth noting there.
Yeah, not surprising. With how many items we've found so far, we're going to hit a slow point at this point. We're not going to be finding much for a while here, since we've already found the majority of the major items. So I would not be too surprised if the upcoming Paradox Cave does not pay off for him, but we'll see. It has been called I have called it the new Hype Cave for a reason, so I could be wrong. We'll find out here shortly. All right, starting off, we find a piece of heart and a 5-bomb upgrade. Not surprising there. That's the 5 chests upstairs. That's the big moneymaker. As g3rd0 now making his way over to the blind bomb hole in Thieves Town. And there's the Book of Medora, Literacy in the Paradox Cave.
Well, that'll get him certainly into Desert and Quake.
And Quake. Ooh.
Ooh, do you check while you're up? Well, he doesn't have the hammer, so he won't be able to check right at the moment.
Not yet, no. Well, he could go downstairs and go to the dark world that way and then head up through. He wouldn't be able to open it, but he'd be able to at least see what is on Turtle Rock.
I think Linkshot has forgotten that he did not purchase anything from the bottle vendor.
I think so. That's going to cost some time.
That's he's kind of searching around for different locations and trying to figure it out, but that's a quick check that if you don't do it that first time in Kakariko, it can really mess with you.
Yep, hard container in the Spiral Cave. I did not see what was in the main chest, but I don't think it was anything of importance. And he doesn't have the hammer, so he's not going to be able to check the Thieves Town big chest, one of the trolliest item locations in the game. I've seen that particular item location cost many runners, but he is going to take on blind. Meanwhile, 11-9 is heading into the Super Bunny Cave. 2 more items up there, plus he has the hookshot, so he can check the hookshot cave as well.
And then pop over and check to see what's going on at Turtle Rock as well.
Yep, very clean fight there for g3rd0. Takes out blind very easily, and he just finds a big 20 for his troubles. I think that means that he's got all the items, because I don't think he got the map.
I believe you're right. I mean, it's the green pendant, so it's always worth checking. Sarsaparilla might have something with him as well.
Oh,
okay, shovel.
Shovel spot. He's going to have his butter sword now, so that just leaves g3rd0's the only one who doesn't have it. All right, let's see what medallion is required for Turtle Rock here. It is...
Quake. One more item location, or one more item that could be on the pedestal, out. So really, we're down to bow, aren't we?
Pretty much. Yeah, that's the only real item that's left that we have not confirmed yet. Ooh, that's teasing right there, because we've got a lot of places left to check. Oh, there's our Fisher Price shield there on Evanidus' end, and a heart container. So Hookshot Cave not really paying off, but again, not too big of a surprise here. It's down to the bow as the only major item that we know could be on the pedestal. Everything else not possible, as Evanidus is heading his way over to Tower of Hera. And he can also check the Ether tablet since he has the Book of Medora. He might opt to do that. And g3rd0 now, I think he's going to be heading over to what I like to call the Prince Cave, because it's the artist formerly known as Hype Cave. And given what we found so far, I'd be surprised if there's anything here.
Man, it'd be rough. I mean, about the only thing we're really waiting to see, bow and fire rod. That's it. We know where everything else is.
And flute. We're still
Oh,
looking
and
for flute.
Okay.
Yeah, 300 rupees, 10 arrows, 5 arrow upgrade, and 5 bomb upgrade. Not surprising there. Trash Cave.
Insert fail sounds here.
We also found 50 rupees on the Ether tablet, so just couch cash there. Evanidus is now going to head into Tower of Hera. Finds the small key right off the bat. Potential basement run here. Depends on what he finds in the center chest. And g3rd0 now going to be getting his hammer here shortly. Big 20. We've got a basement run.
Well, that doesn't feel very good, but, you know, a pretty good likelihood. As soon as you see that key there, you're like, oh, probably.
Now, to answer a response in chat here from Magius, we know that any of the chain quest items could also be on the pedestal, but right now we're focusing on what potential progression items, what Gomo items could be on the pedestal. Obviously, any of the chain quest items that could lead to those progressions could be there, but until we know for certain, we're just going on what could potentially be Go mode items on the pedestal.
So g3rd0 going to be heading over to Zora here directly, so he'll pick up his hook shot and he'll be able to check Zora as well. g3rd0's in a very good position right now with everything.
Plus, he'll be able to get his mirror from the Zora ledge as well. So yeah, that's definitely a good routing decision on his part. Evanidus is picking up the big key here, and meanwhile, SlimKirby now finished working on blind, finishes him off very cleanly. Cut it a little close there, but he was okay. So now he has his green pendant. Which one of them will check Sir Hassela first, and will Sir Hassela have anything of value?
I feel it. I kind of feel it down in my bones that Sahasrahla has to have something. I mean, that's a shot in the dark, but something just tells me.
All right, so g3rd0 now going to see what the big fish has. Evanidus now searching through the top end of Tower Hera. There's Ether. And just a piece of heart from Zora. Just a love lesson there, not surprising.
That is the second item that we have in Zora, so we know that, or not Zora, in Tower of Hera, so we know that Troll Orb isn't going to have much of anything.
No, he's gonna have it. I believe it's the map that he hasn't found yet. So, oh, and Trolldorm strikes early.
Trolldorm gonna troll.
And SlimKirby now paying a visit to good old Alec Baldwin, trying to check out the digging game. Not finding much. He's cutting it close here. I don't think he found it. I think you have to go the full 30 digs.
Ooh.
That is harsh. And he's gonna say, nope, it ain't worth it. So he's gonna move on. Don't blame him on that one if he didn't find anything.
I'm seeing in chat from Final Flame, one of our trackers, it was 20 rupees on dig 6.
Ah, so he was just digging for more rupees there, I guess.
Well, he's at 492. I can see him trying to dig for some extra rupees because he has not checked Zora yet. So trying to get those last few rupees out of there.
Understandable. I didn't see him pick up the 20, so I didn't notice him. By the time I saw him doing the digging game, he had already picked it up, so I didn't notice. My apologies, folks. Again, when you're trying to watch 4 streams at once, it's just going to happen. And g3rd0 is making the play on Swamp Palace early.
Wow. I mean, this is... you know what? I actually really like this play because you have all the items. You have your flippers, you have your hookshot, you have your hammer, and mirror. Yeah, I don't see why not.
He's got everything needed to full clear it, and there's a good amount of items in here. It's definitely not a bad play. It's just interesting to see. A lot of people tend to try to stay away from Swamp Palace if they can help it. Same with like Ice Palace and maybe Misery Mire, which thankfully Misery Mire being a pendant may not be seeing much action here, but you never know. You never know with these races. So we'll see if g3rd0 make the right call here. And no matter what, he's going to be making the right call because this is a crystal dungeon. And more specifically, it's one of the Pyramid Fairy crystals. So no matter what, this is a great call. We'll see how this plays out in the long run.
Let's see here. We have Evanidus doing the back half, kind of taking the back route to get to the dark room and escape, only finding a heart container there. Linkshot going through Thieves Town, and SlimKirby picking up our wonderful friend Jeremiah. Looks like turn him in pretty quickly though.
Yep, not as much of a world tour for him as opposed to others. Though he probably, if he had the flippers or could fake flipper to Zora, he would have already had what he needed. Then again, he probably can't do the same glitch that Evanidus did to get the mirror. So he would have eventually had to find those flippers. Oh, he is going to take him on a bit of a tour. He's heading over to the graveyard area.
King's Tomb looks like.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, g3rd0 now going to head over, and he's going to do left side. Just don't forget, yeah, he's going to bump those things down. He's going to make sure he gets his key. You do not want to flood that key. And Linkshot, since he has the hammer, he's going to go ahead and check the big chest, but it's only going to be the map there. Not surprised.
It's interesting that he did sequence break that in order to get the hammer, and it's actually costing him time in this case because everyone else was able to skip that, take the gamble, and they saved time, ultimately.
Okay, now Evanidus working the Skull Woods. Now the question comes down to, even though he can't complete Skull Woods right now, could he take this opportunity to check the pedestal since he's in town?
That would be amazing. And single arrow. Blacksmiths are really bad Fletchers.
Yeah, really slow Fletchers on that one. Not paying off for him here. See, so we're still looking to see where that bow is hiding. And of course, Fire Rod as well. 100 rupees there on one side. Let's see what the other side has here for Swamp Palace. And just the compass, so still on the hunt.
Evanidus did a really slick trick there using the hook shot right there to get through that gap right there. So excellent work there by Evanidus.
And we've got a Sarhatsala turn in. It's just a piece of heart, unfortunately. So Sarhatsala not paying off there.
This is why you should never listen to my gut.
They still now g3rd0 has still not found the big key, which means he's in the back end of Swamp, which is where he's heading now. That should be interesting to see what he finds along the way, though.
I think this is also our first peg cave check that linkshot is doing right now.
Oh, yes, indeed. I see that. Let's see what the peg cave has for us here. And we have just a big 20.
So after finding literally everything in the first 15 minutes, we've gone on a bit of a dry spell here, haven't we?
Yeah, I was worried about this possibly happening. We got a B-Torp and the big key for g3rd0, and he is not going to check the big chest. He's going to go ahead and full clear this dungeon and see what they have, and if he needs to go back, then he will. Can't entirely blame him at this point. There's the flute!
Commentator's reverse curse.
Flute now discovered here in Swamp Palace. Not going to be necessarily required since Misery Mire is a pendant dungeon, but it's certainly not a bad item to have regardless.
All right, so again, all we're missing is bow and fire rod in terms of what we know. We still haven't checked that pedestal.
Yeah, it all comes down to where what's on the pedestal and where that bow's hiding. Because if the bow's on the pedestal, that's going to really mess these guys up. g3rd0 looks like, okay, he's going to opt for sword strats here, but he's got his ice rod ready just in case. Very quick kill there for Argus. And he looks like he just got arrows.
But I think that was all the items, wasn't it?
I believe so. So he may not be going back into the dungeon. He may leave that big chest behind, which if that's the case, I don't blame him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's leaving it. He's done, which again, you know, if that's just a dungeon item, there's no sense going back for it. He's going to go ahead and use his hook shot to create a speed strat, though. That soldier kind of messed that up for him. But he's got the mirror. He's going to head straight over to Kakariko, but on the way, check a few places along the way, and then he's going to activate his flute.
Evanidus has to be a little bit careful here. He's at 1 heart. Would hate to have a false death that you weren't planning on.
No, you only want death warps. And only finding triple bombs in the mirror cave there below this dark grove. Still not finding much. Slingshot now going to head up to Catfish. He's not going to be happy with what he finds there. And indeed, g3rd0 is heading back over to most likely Kakariko. And he might pick up Jeremiah on the way, which is exactly what he's doing. He's not going to be happy with that, but we'll see. And SlimKirby now going to take the purple chest over to the desert area. He's going to find out what the thief has to offer.
This could be interesting. This is probably, of all the item locations in the entire game, the purple chest is the one that annoys me the most.
And especially in this case, because it's just a big 20. But he's going to go ahead and check the desert area. He's not going to be able to go into the desert palace because he doesn't have the book or the book, flute, or mirror. But he can at least check Agnes Cave, which is exactly what he's going to do, and find out what he finds.
This is our first real foray into the desert at all this game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So this is a critical moment here for SlimKirby. If he finds anything, this could pay off big. And we find just a shield.
All right, so it's funny how we got all 4 swords before any shields and mail upgrades.
That's true. We have not found either of the mail upgrades yet. We're still on green mail for all 4 of our runners. I wonder where those are hiding. With so many dungeons left to check, we could find those anywhere.
So we see g3rd0 going ahead and picking up his swag duck, so all rise for the swag duck national anthem.
And ladies and gentlemen, the goose is loose!
Question in chat, doesn't Evanidus have the red mail? Nope, he's just running the pink Link sprite. You have to check the color of his sleeves to know what mail he's wearing. And I personally dislike the pink for that exact reason.
So confusing, I swear. SlimKirby now going to head into pod. He's going to be picking up his flippers before too long. And where is g3rd0 going? g3rd0's going to go ahead and check the Mire area. Not a bad call to make here. And he can immediately do desert because he has the mirror. So this works out for him in so many ways. Just in case, let's see if we can find out what medallion's required for... look, oh, Quake as well.
Double Quake. Now he does not have Quake from the looks of it.
No, that was in the Paradox Cave. So he won't need it right now, but it's good to have that. A lot of love in the Mire Shack.
Both linkshot and SlimKirby in pod at the moment, though. So they'll eventually be getting their flippers directly.
Yep, and g3rd0 now, he's going to head over to the desert ledge, just a bit 20 there, but he can now go into desert. And thankfully, since he has the boots, he cannot be boots locked no matter what's on the torch. So that works out for him really well. And let's see what is on the torch. Just 300 rupees, so he is saying no thanks to that. He's got all the money he needs now.
First of 2 items, though.
That's true. If he finds anything before the big key... Oh, there's the small key, so he can now check the right side of desert.
Evanidus also checking the Bombos, and Bombos just giving bombs.
How fitting.
Here's a downgrade explosion for you.
Indeed. There's the big key. So now the big chest is in play. And Evanidus now got to head into the desert area. Since he's got the Book of Midori, he can check that way. There's the compass for g3rd0. So all that's left is the big chest. He's still looking for that last item. If it's the map, he's going to have to fight Landmolus to get it. But if not, well, either way, he's going to have to fight Landmolus.
Yep, it's one of the crystals, and I believe this was the other 5-6 crystal, so it's...
No, it was not. No, it was not. The other 5-6 crystals, Ice Palace.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and
Bombos!
Bombos slightly delayed.
Indeed, but that could come in handy. We have not located the fire rod, so that might be needed for Ice Palace.
True. That could be our ticket in there.
And the chat agrees with me on that one, and they're thinking that's where his next stop's going to be, I think.
It would be smart, although... I don't know. If I were... Death Mountain would be... Because we haven't seen g3rd0 go up to Death Mountain at all yet, either.
That's very true. We'll see what his play is after this. But thankfully he's got a pretty good setup for Landmolus here with the Tempered Sword. Shouldn't have too much trouble here. All right, let's see how this Landmolus fight goes for g3rd0 here. Gonna try to use Ice Shroud strats in lieu of Fire Rod. Gets one down. Having a hard time with that Ice Rod, unfortunately.
I mean, half magic makes it a little bit easier. You just kind of spam and pray.
And linkshot throwing... He's actually using the Waterfall Fairy.
I mean... Okay.
He wants to get a free red potion. I cannot remember the last time I've seen a runner use the pyramid to use either of the wishing fairies.
Okay. I mean, sure.
I mean, it's a free potion. I don't entirely blame him, but that's rare.
At this point, I'm just nodding and smiling.
Heart container in the checkerboard cave for g3rd0, so he's going to skip out on that. He's got enough health at this point, as far as he's concerned. And he's going to turn around and check Agnes cave. We know there's not going to be much there, but...
Kirby getting ready to pick up his hammer. That's going to be big for Kirby. So right now we have g3rd0 kind of with a solid advantage right now with 2 crystal dungeons and pretty much everything that he needs except for Fire Rod Bow and of course the Cane of Samaria that he does not yet have. We do know where the cane is. The cane I believe is in Eastern Palace, which only Kirby has and Evanidus. Okay, I guess all of them have gotten it except g3rd0.
Yeah. He's probably waiting until he has his bow before he goes in there. So once he gets that, he'll go through, he'll get all those items, and then at that point, he'll be pretty close to go mode.
Now that could be something that could really put a crimp in what g3rd0 wants to do. For example, if the bow is on pedestal, for example, then you have to beat Misery Mire. So that means you have to make that dip into Eastern to get that first.
That's very true. We'll see how that plays out for him here as he's now heading up Death Mountain. Evanidus now working on his Land Moles fight. He's going to have Butter Sword strats, but he's also using his Ice Rod. And he gets a very quick kill there. Only a 2 cycle. Not bad at all.
All right, so g3rd0 up on Death Mountain, going to be checking things out. Not terribly worth it, but he is going to take the shorter path up to Tower of Hera.
Yes, but once he finishes that up, he'll most likely be heading to East Death Mountain and picking up the amazing amount of items that are over there. So this is definitely not a bad call to make, no matter how you look at it.
Oh, I'm with you on that one. Looks like SlimKirby might be setting up going into Swamp Palace in the meantime.
Indeed, that's an interesting play there. And Evanidus, he looks like he's going to make the play into Pod now. He's going to be getting his flippers very soon. He's going to be like, oh, so this is where I need to go first before I went up to Zora. And g3rd0 now, he's also not doing the coffee break strats here. He's going to do a little bit of dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge as linkshot now heading into the hookshot cave.
That's interesting. I mean, I see it. I can certainly see it and understand it. Particularly, you want to save the menu time there. I'm lazy. I would pull out my ice rod right now.
Linkshot now seeing that the Quake Medallion is needed for Turtle Rock, and he's got the mirror, so he's going to go ahead and open up Turtle Rock. He's probably not going to go into it because without the Fire Rod, there's really not much you can check. But if he makes that gamble, who knows? That could turn around and pay off for him.
All depends on if there's a key in that first chest. It really limits what you can do if you do not have the Fire Rod. But we've seen crazier things happen in this game, so it's possible.
That's why it's a gamble. And it's one thing I've always said about these runs, it's when it comes to our best runners, especially with runners as good as these, it really does come down to what routes do you take, what gambles do you make, and which ones pay off. And it looks like Linkshot's going to make that gamble. He's going into Turtle Rock.
You know what? I like it. I think he might feel a little bit behind compared to some of the other runners just because of where things have been placed. So I like the gamble. I really do.
Well, let's see what he finds. Oh, yes. It's the Cane of Burna.
Now, interesting, that is an invincibility item that he can use if he wants to go over here and check Spike Cave. That's our first invincibility item. Now, he could, I think the sequence allows you, if you have a couple fairies as well, to be able to do that. But, hey, I mean, either way, it's worth a check.
So right now, a lot of our runners are checking all the same spots. g3rd0 and linkshot heading over to East Death Mountain and checking out those locations. Evanidus is in pods. SlimKirby's in swamps. So I want to take this as an opportunity to remind you folks, if you're enjoying our 4 runners that were featured here, g3rd0, Evanidus, linkshot, and SlimKirby, please do give them a follow on Twitch. They are putting on an amazing show for you guys, and they definitely deserve your support. And of course, give some love to all of our 60 plus runners in this race right now. I mean, that's a lot of amazing people in there that you definitely should check out.
Absolutely. And there was a question in chat, or someone pointed out,
Calling a minor glitch to get down to the, skip most of T-Rock down.
that's actually considered a major glitch in the sequence break, and it would disqualify you from the tournament if you did that. So you cannot jump down there.
Yeah, most overworld glitches are considered major glitches. So unfortunately, we will not be seeing that as much as it would probably help right now. But g3rd0 now working his way through the Paradox Cave. linkshot now following behind g3rd0's suit in the Tower of Hera. And SlimKirby now finished working his way through Swamp House. Where is Evanidus going next?
That's a great question. Where indeed is he going? Oh, he hasn't checked Hobo yet, so he's going to do Hobo.
He's going to get his hammer. He's going to be happy with that call.
You know what? I'd be happy with that call too.
I'm particularly interested to see where g3rd0 ends up going. I mean, he has all the medallions now, so he's going to finish clearing off Death Mountain, but we'll see where he ends up going. I think Ice Palace is a logical spot because he does have bombos. I really am curious, and this might just be something that I do. Before I ever do Ice Palace, if it's possible for me to check Pedestal, I check it just because I want to know.
Yeah, but at this point, that's a bit out of the way for him, so he may not opt to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of Ice Palace, Evanidus is making the play. He's going to be the first one to go into Ice Palace.
Well, this could be important.
Considering he has not done Swamp or finished Thieves Town, this is a risky play for him. But at the end of the day, we might consider this the right play to make because we know that none of the other dungeons have anything of significance that he can get that would affect this. So it's not a bad call to make, and it could end up being the right one.
It could. Keep in mind, we do know that the flute is in Swamp Palace, so it's not completely useless to go to those others. But other than that...
Yeah, and bear in mind, the flute's not even required at this seat, so this could be the good play. Finds the big key early. That's certainly not bad. That means he can get the big chest as soon as he gets there and save him a little bit of time.
Yep, that'll be nice. So we are approaching an hour in, 58 minutes and 30 seconds for all of these runners. And only one forfeit. We have no one who's finished up, of course.
Sub 1 hour would be just insane, but weirder things have happened at the seed.
And the chat rightly pointing out, the dream is still alive. We have not found the bow. It could still be on the pedestal. And that would be huge if that were the case. We're going to have to see how that plays out as g3rd0 now makes his way through the Spike Cave. And he's actually going to have enough health to do it without even relying on the Cane of Brian, but only finds $50.
That's unfortunate. And double boss explosion. Trolldorm and Argus. Crystal Sink.
So right now, it's safe. I think it's safe to call that if we don't find the bow here in Ice Palace, it's most likely going to be a pedestal run.
That, you know what, I would be super excited for that because
Yeah.
we were talking before the match, just kind of in chat, and we just finished up the fall open mode randomizer tournament. I had the privilege of calling quite a few matches, over 50 matches between the primary and the secondary tournament, and not a single one was a pedestal seed. So if we have a pedestal seed with the bow, I would be super hyped. That would be amazing.
And Evanidus trying to bomb jump over the hole. I don't know why he's doing that. He should be checking the I guess he wants to check the rest of the chest over on the right side of the Ice Palace, which is not a bad call to make, all things considered. There's a lot of good items over there, and he wants to save that big chest for last so he can just go right to Cold Stare right afterwards. We'll see how that plays out for him here. As g3rd0 now making his way through the Ice Palace, so he's following up right behind Evanidus.
Interesting how we thought this was just going to be an amazing jet seed early on, and we found the flute since then. All right, so we're moving through. Evanidus finds just another key.
Just another key. We're still waiting. The tension is building, folks.
Got the tension. Got the tension with the fighter sword. It's so thick.
We're watching Evanidus closely here because this could be the difference maker. If we don't find the bow in Ice Palace, the odds of it being a pedestal seed, the only thing that could keep this from being a pedestal seed if we don't find the bow is if we find the fire rod and they have to go to Turok. We'll see. There's 10 arrows. At the very least, we will have to start checking pendant dungeons in order to find the bow if it's not here in Ice Palace.
And both runners are checking everything.
You have to. It's full clear. Necessary. This is crazy. This is tense.
Now, keep in mind, bow can be in Misery Mire too. I mean, we can get the bow there.
Yeah, like I said, they'll have to at least start checking pendant dungeons. Big 20 for Evanidus. Still haven't found it yet. And I don't think they found all the dungeon items either, so we may be there. There may be not much left. Now, linkshot and SlimKirby both heading into desert. Not going to find much there, but at least going to be happy with something. Oh, you know what? I think we found all the items. I think Evanidus is heading right to Cold Stare. Folks, there's no bow. There's no fire rod. We're going to be checking some pendant dungeons here soon.
And I mean, this feels like a version 26 seed. Remember when, you just had, it was taken for granted. Just do your pendant dungeons because there was always something in there.
And it looks like it's going to be that way again here. And bear in mind, the only pendant dungeon we have yet to check is Misery Mire. So, yeah, that's going to be our call. If it's, and that only increases the odds of finding it. And to be honest, I think the only item that could possibly be in Misery Mire is the fire rod. We might be looking at a pedestal seed here. There's a small key for Evanidus. So that means the big chest had to be either the map or the compass. I forget which one. I think it was the map. So we're on our way to Misery Mire, folks. That's the only call they can make right now. Oh, good point from the chat. That Pyramid Fairy hasn't been checked.
And that was Crystal 6 or 5 or one of them. So
yeah, but Evanidus cannot check it right now because he has not finished Swamp Palace. So he has to do that first before he can even do Misery Mire, much less Pyramid Fairy. So that's, this could be g3rd0 that this is g3rd0's chance to come back here.
You're right. So Slim and Linkshot are actually both in Desert Palace right now. So doing a little bit of cleanup here. And Maddie Kinney asks, have we had a ped check? No, we haven't, and it's been driving us crazy.
That's the problem. When you have the potential of an item being on the pedestal and nobody's checked to confirm that yet, it eats away at you.
It's pretty much all that commentators can focus on. It's like at this point in a run, if you're over an hour, you haven't had a ped check, and there's still possibilities of significant items being on pedestal, it's all consuming. That's all we really think about.
Yeah, because anything else, it's typical run. We know what to expect, but if there's that potential of a pedestal seat, you want to see it. You want to see that hype, because we know you guys love that hype as much as we do.
It's worth pointing that g3rd0 still doesn't have his 4th sword. He's still working on only tempered. That's not a huge deal, but considering that, Evanidus and SlimKirby had Butter Sword at like sub 22, and we're at an hour 5 now.
Yeah, well, that's only because he hasn't been to Eastern Palace, so he'll find it eventually, because we know he's going to have to go back there. And we know he's going to have to find items in there, so he will eventually find it.
He may end up going there. In fact, I would almost rather, g3rd0 really, if he did this right, the way the sequence wants you probably want to go into Eastern before going to Misery Mire, because you can't clear out Misery Mire without the Gate of Tambaria, which is also in Eastern.
Also, we got to point out, g3rd0 just had a very clutch fight with Cold Stare. He fought that entire fight with only half a heart and managed to pull it out. That is amazing. And it looks like g3rd0 is making the call. He's going to the Pyramid Ferry.
Reasonable check here. Meanwhile, Evanidus is going to go ahead and do Swamp. Meanwhile, Kirby's up in Tower of Hera. Well, Linkshot... Don't know what Linkshot's doing.
Maybe Skull Woods? No, that's not what he's doing. Maybe... I don't know what he's doing. And where is g3rd0 going? Oh, he's checking Bombo's tablet.
Okay, so you want to check that before coming to... Okay, I can see it.
Fair point. Nothing wrong with that.
Bombed tablet.
Now, the big question is that we know Fire Rod can't be on the pedestal. So if this is a pedestal, so we have to ask, where is the Fire Rod?
Well, let's see. We haven't been in... I don't think we've gotten everything out of Eastern Palace, so it could be locked behind the bow on the boss in Eastern Palace. It could be... It's not in Turtle Rock, because right now we're locked behind the Fire Rod in Turtle Rock right now.
Yep.
It might very well be in Pyramid Ferry.
If it's Fire Rod, this is a pedestal seed, Fire Rod has to be either in Pyramid Ferry or it has to be in Misery Mire. And he's going to take the shortcut here through Hyrule Castle. Very smart move.
Meanwhile, Linkshot taking the purple chest for a tour of the world.
All right, so now we're watching g3rd0 very closely here. What does the Pyramid Ferry hide? 2 items in here, and we have... There's the Fire Rod!
Yup. So that tells me g3rd0... we'll see if g3rd0 makes a check over here to Eastern Palace while he's at it. Otherwise, he could very well be heading over to Skull Woods to see if maybe that bow's there.
Oh, the hype is real, folks. I'm feeling it.
It really feels like it, doesn't it? We've gotten pretty much every location except... it absolutely can be in Misery Mire. It absolutely can be... in any number of the places, but man, it just feels right now, doesn't it?
It does. Misery Mire, please do not have the bow. Let us have this moment as g3rd0 now turning in his green pendant, getting his 3 items from the Sahasala, And then probably going into Eastern Palace as well. He's going to be getting his red cane and his butter sword. This is real, folks. You know, I think at this point, g3rd0's probably thinking, don't tell me the bow's in vanilla. Please don't tell me the bow's in vanilla. You know that's going through his mind.
He's worried about it. He's absolutely worried about it. And I think it's a valid concern to absolutely be worried about that. He's going to be happy to pick up his cane when he gets through here, but at the same time, he's got to be wondering in the back of his mind, is it pedestal?
Yeah, but to be fair, when he finds that cane, I don't think he's going to be that happy, because then he's going to pretty much feel like it has to be pedestal seed. Because at this point, Misery Mire is the only place left to check, and there's only 2 items in Mire. So the odds of it bow being there are very slim. It's possible, and very likely at this point, but it's still a slim chance.
Now at this point, if you're g3rd0, so Evanidus picks up his fire rod as well. If you're either one of these guys, I think you want to check the pedestal, because if you're only the bow away from go mode, you got to think, okay, I got to know if it's on the pedestal so I can go mode the rest of these other pendants and just get it done. Like if you know that the bow is, for example, on the pedestal, then for Misery Mire, you just, as soon as I get the big key, I'm done, and you get it through. Otherwise, you're checking everything, having to go through that cutscene, for example, with the vanilla big key chest. So,
chat just made a very good point. There is one other dungeon we can check now. Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is now open thanks to that fire rod being found.
Oh, man. And that's exactly where Evanidus is going.
Yep. He is, you know what? It's not a bad call to make, because at this point, it makes sense. Go, avoid the pedestal seed as much as you can. And Turtle Rock does have a good amount of items in it. It's a good chance that that's where the bow's hiding.
Why, chat, do you crush my dreams? I mean, really?
You evil people.
I'm just a simple man with simple tastes.
We just want a pedestal seed, dang it. g3rd0 now finishing up in Eastern Palace. He still has not found his sword yet. And yes, folks, the bow has now become our go mode item. That is the last item we need. Everything else has been found. And if Evanidus finds it in Turtle Rock, he will be in go mode. I would suggest you prep your ears, because if you know me, you know what's coming.
Yeah, we're gonna be loud. It's what happens. Shades on his own is loud, and then when I'm with him, we just get louder.
I will do my best to mitigate the volume. Don't worry. I won't. I'll try not to rip your ears here, but just be prepared. All right, so we're basically watching Evanidus, though. g3rd0 is right on his heels. He's making the same call as Evanidus. They're both checking Turtle Rock. Small key and big key there for Evanidus. Chat, I appreciate you guys wanting me to be as loud as possible, but unfortunately not everyone agrees with you. I've had complaints. As much as I hate to admit it, I've had complaints.
And yeah, just a reminder from chat, thank you so much, JTN. There is, of course, the other daily, which is a key sanity going on at 11 Eastern tonight. So stay tuned. There's a lot more rando yet to go today.
And we also have a few races tomorrow as well, so be prepared for you. You guys like your rando. We've got more than you can ask for. The tournament may be over, but the rando never ends.
All right.
SlimKirby now, he's going to make a play on Turtle Rock, but he does not have the fire rod, so he's going to be without that. Now, so we're watching Evanidus' screen closely because that's where all the action is. Somewhere in Turtle Rock could potentially be the bow. We're hoping not, but the odds are pretty good here. Where is that bow hiding? Let's check that one chest and just a small key. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat, folks. I don't know about you.
One thing I do miss about this particular Turtle Rock, we do not have the powder. And it's just one of those great survival items. Not that any of these runners particularly need it, but man, it's nice to have in Turtle Rock with all these anti-fairies going around.
Anti-fairies and a few bunny beams. Yeah, it's definitely very useful here. And another good point, we still have not found any male upgrades yet. We still are in Green Tunic. Where is that hiding?
They're all in Ganon's Tower. Just every single one of them is in Ganon's Tower.
All right, Evanidus now gonna go check the Mimic Cave.
So what do we have?
Oh, the suspense is killing me. All right, we find the mushroom.
Oh no, fetch quest.
Hashtag fetch quest. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh my
right,
goodness.
Let's see what the big chest has. There's the powder.
All
Wow,
the fetch quests. Yes.
So we've got 5 chests left. The one chest coming up, and then of course the laser bridge. Oh my lord.
Oh, I'm not singing song. I'm not singing the fetch quest song again.
There's the other single rupee there for Evanidus. So that means the last key has to be on the laser bridge. So that counts out one of the items it could potentially be. That means there's 3 potential items left, maybe 4. I don't know if we found the map or compass yet.
Well, we'll see on his next pause. I hope, you know what? I hope not. I hope he hasn't found either, so that's going to eliminate even more stuff.
Yeah, the less chance of that bow being on the laser bridge, the better, because we don't want it there. We want it on the pedestal. Take it!
g3rd0 getting ready to also find his fetch quests.
Yep. All right, here we go. Evanidus is now making his way to the laser bridge. Okay, he doesn't have either one. All right,
there's one item.
Big 20.
Big
Big 20.
Yep. That's it.
That means the bow's not here.
That's it. Yes.
That key. Because there's the map. So it means compass is on Tridex. The bow is not in Turtle Rock. The dream still lives.
I'm so happy right now. I could cry.
Cyclone, you called it, buddy. You called it. You said it wouldn't be here. You were right. No, I hope you're wrong. I hope it's not in Meyer. I want the bow on the pedestal. Dang it. Oh my god, yes.
Do you think he checks it? He's a little bit miffed right now. I think Evanidus is.
Yeah, you can see the frustration slashes because now he knows
Kirby's in Meyer.
Search for it. Please do not let it. Oh, Slim is going to Meyer.
Yeah, Slim's in Meyer.
Right, oh my! This is the moment of truth, folks. If the bow is not here, it is on the pedestal.
Of course, a quick Trinex fight here from Evanidus. All right, Kirby. Kirby's given us a wonderful PowerPoint presentation of his run. Keep in mind, it could also be behind the fetch quests now, too. Both mushroom and powder.
True. That's true. Either one of those could have the bow. I hope not. I don't want it to be.
That would be the worst. That would be the worst.
Start this year with a pedestal seed, please. Oh, there it is! The bow is in Misery Mire!
Oh, my goodness. Feels bad, man.
The dream is dead! Curse you, Misery Mire! Curse you!
So much hype. So much hype. I had so much emotionally invested into that bow being on the pedestal.
Cyclone, I blame you. I blame you hard.
Now it's interesting because Kirby doesn't have fire rod, so
It's not go mode yet, but
yeah. We're in no mode right now, and oh my god, I'm just drained.
Oh man, I was really hoping. Chat's sake, can we have a mulligan on that? That's not fair, man.
We need to get Willard to make us a steed this time. None of these Clifford seeds. Come on, Willard. All right, so it looks like we have Kirby with the bow. He's, of course, going to go through Pod. Yeah. I'll shout out to Teskin. Yeah, I forfeit this seed.
Yeah, I'm done. Tapping. All right, so g3rd0 and Evanidus now checking their. Oh, Evanidus is going to Skull Woods. Is either he's gonna check? Yeah, he's going to check.
I mean, that's smart. We know it. We know where it is, but and g3rd0's of course checking Batcave right now.
Yeah. All right, let's see what it actually had, folks. Evanidus is heading to the pedestal. We know the hype is dead, but what's here?
Just couch cash.
I am disappointed. He now knows he has to go into the pendant dungeons, but he knows he doesn't have to full clear them now. He knows he can just find the items and go, and he's indeed going to Misery Mire. He's going to be the first one, folks. We now can say for sure Evanidus will be the first one to hit go mode here shortly.
And now's about the time. We are at an hour 22 in. We do have a handful of forfeits. We still have a ton of people in this race, 60 plus, so... And as a reminder, thank you to Dude, one of our trackers, who's pointing out in chat, we are going to continue to have daily races up through AGDQ. So the problem is that when AGDQ starts, most of the staff is going to be gone. So we won't be able to do a lot of the back end stuff. But we'll be here. So keep signing up for these daily races. Keep going on. Just know we're going to be here.
All right, Evanidus now heading into Misery Mire. He's making the call, and he's going to be rewarded for it, much as we don't want it to be. Linkshot actually has gone through, is in Misery Mire right now. He has found his bow, but he's full clearing the dungeon.
He's still looking for Fire Rod.
Yep, SlimKirby now working on the Armos Knights with the Silver Arrows. Very easy stuff. Gets his map, gets his next crystal. He's still got 3 more to go.
All right, so Linkshot gets his last item and is going to head off to Pod as well. We're going to do the Pod Eastern combo, much like SlimKirby is. As soon as Evanidus gets that bow, he's gone.
And he's about to get it shortly here. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in 2018, ladies and gentlemen, Evanidus has officially entered Go Mode!
That's a way to kick off 2018. All right, so Evanidus going through. g3rd0 just now entering Misery Mire. g3rd0 had a solid advantage there for a while, just a couple checks here and there, and Evanidus was able to catch up.
Yep.
And we just got a Twitch Prime sub from Stap.
Oh man.
I think we're trying to be told something here. My goodness. So okay, so let's take a quick stock here. Evanidus is in the lead at this point. Hit and go mode. He's gonna run through everything as quickly as he can. He's got silvers, he's got butter. He still has green mail, unfortunately, so he's gonna have to watch himself from taking too much damage, but I don't think he's gonna have too much difficulty on Ganon. What do you say?
I don't even know anymore. I'm coming down off the high now. Also, shout out to 7-8 Time for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated, my friend.
All you subscribers, you the real champs.
Yeah, you're what keep this thing going. We do this for all our viewers, but we definitely especially love doing this for you guys who support us here. So please, love it. And now g3rd0 is officially also in go mode. He is right on Evanidus' heels heading into pod, Bo. It's a close race, folks.
Yep, it is quite close. So Evanidus is going through. Neither of them. Let's see. What's the diff? Okay. Yeah. Evanidus and g3rd0, both of them still need pod and Eastern, so they're just neck and neck right now. The Arrow Ollie with 250-bit donation. Pet Hype Dead. I will shout you out for the wonderful bits, but I will frown upon you for being happy that Pet Hype is dead.
Oh, he's not. He's not.
Oh, that's a yell. Okay.
That's the yell emote. And also thank you to Daveable for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated, my friend. As Evanidus is now working on Helmsar King. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, just about everyone's in pod now. Pod party.
Ain't no party like a Palace of Darkness party, because a Palace of Darkness party don't stop. All right, that came out better in my head.
It's like I want to make a laundry pod joke, but it's just not coming to me right now. So
And there's the magic cape on Helmsar King. We didn't see that I missed that on SlimKirby and that linkshot earlier. So now all that's left for Evanidus is Eastern Palace, and then it's on our way to Ganon's Tower.
And this is going to be super fast here for Evanidus and g3rd0 once he gets there as well.
Also, I got a shout out to Drumboardist in the chat. You need to clean up your puns, Vitasia. It's a wash.
I know that right now they're just filthy. All right, so g3rd0 just about ready to start his Helmsar King fight. Meanwhile, Evanidus silvers.
Just to answer a question in chat, but the Thieves Town was a crisp pendant dungeon, so Evanidus did not full clear it, which actually worked in his favor because that means he didn't waste that extra time. If he did, him and g3rd0 would probably be neck and neck right now.
All right. We still do not have anyone who has done. We're at an hour 30. Now's the time where we just need to kind of keep a side eye on the SRL channel just to see who gets the done first. Keep in mind, we do have about 60 or so racers. We just chose to highlight 4. And Evanidus, I mean, these are really 4 of the top ones, so no problems highlighting these 4. But with as open as this seed was early on, it really could be anyone who finishes this seed first.
Yeah, this is insane. And we've got a lot of top tier runners in this race outside of the 4 we're featuring here. So yeah, this could be anyone's race right now. I suspect we'll be seeing some dones before too long. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, Evanidus has his final crystal. He is heading up to Ganon's Tower. If you're new here, we have a game we like to play. There are precisely 22 possible locations in Ganon's Tower where the big key could be hiding. Get your guesses in chat where you think that big key is going to be. Vatasia, where do you think it's hiding?
You know, as trolly as this seed has been, I'm going to go with something early. We're going to go number 3 on the torch. And we do have our first done. Shout out to Ben Teasy, who finishes in first with an SRL time of 1:31.51. GG, Ben Teasy.
We said it'd be coming soon, so we have our first winner, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and guess. I'm going to say the fire bar room.
Fire bar room's respectable. I like that. I like that guess.
Seven, 8 time. Do you really want to try to put on 66 different streams at the exact same time? Do you know how difficult that would be for any streamer to do?
Fiesel could do it.
Yeah, we would need so many trackers, so many, and we'd have to have numerous commentators. It'd be nuts.
Let's see, 66. Yeah, so 33 commentators effectively, unless you did it. Okay, so round that up, 34 commentators.
I just don't. I wouldn't say that much, but we would need quite a few, and it would just get nuts after a while. I mean, having 2 people commentating 4 runners is crazy enough. But let's get this race. Let's get this Ganon's Tower run started here, ladies and gentlemen. First chest here. Small key. Second chest on the other side. Small key.
And he's going right side. All right, so Evanidus still going through here. g3rd0 on his way up as well. This could be a very close race. If g3rd0 does the left side while Evanidus does the right side, it could make all the difference here.
It's a gamble to make. All right, let's see what we have here. Number 3, 50 rupees. Number 4, heart container. 5, heart piece. 6, heart piece. So it's on the left side. g3rd0 could catch up here if he goes left side first. But he's not. He's going right side, and Evanidus now heading to the right. This looks like 100 rupees on the torch, so Bob lives today. We see him.
Yep, and g3rd0 is going full right side. That's not good for g3rd0, but Evanidus, okay, in the lead. These 2 are very, very close.
All right, next up, small key, heart container, or heart piece. It's got a good amount of health here. We still have not found any of the tunics here. There's another small key and another heart piece.
Wow, this is... Whew.
Yeah. To answer a question in chat, there's a glitch that if you leave the item on that torch, Bob is an anti-fairy later on that for some reason glitches out when you leave that item alone. There's the mirror shield.
Riot shield in the firebar room.
Yep, so my guess is out. My losing streak continues. I have yet to get it right. I've come close a few times, but I've never precisely nailed the exact location at the big key.
So Kirby finishes up Ice Palace in the meanwhile. Linkshot is also in Ice Palace. Kirby is going to need to check that Fat Fairy, Pyramid Fairy here directly, and that looks like what Kirby's going to do here.
Yep. Evan still has not found it yet. He found Big 20 in the Fire Snake room, so he's heading over to the Rando room now. Let's see what we find over here. 5 rupees. Map. There it is! Big key! In the Rando room. Upper right chest.
Shout out Final Flame, one of our trackers called it. Because trackers always guess it right for whatever reason. Right, dude?
So now it's up down to the gauntlet. It's between Evanidus and g3rd0. It comes down to pure execution, and these are 2 really good runners, so I expect both of them to be on point tonight. Let's see which one of them gets there first and who else is on beating them along the way.
Evanidus has a solid, 30 to 45 second lead, if not a full minute. So g3rd0 definitely has his work cut out for him.
True, but with a lead that small, all it takes is one bop from Trolldorm 2 or a hug from Ganon, and this race could change in a heartbeat.
Ben Teasy still the only one who has completed the race and the dot done in the SRL. So we very well could see, if this holds, Evanidus be the second one even in the SRL, which makes the call to pull these particular runners pretty good.
Yeah, I have a suspicion that at the very least we're going to see g3rd0 and Evanidus in our top 10.
Oh, I suspect as such, yeah.
With as many runners as we have, we're going to be probably seeing a flood of dot duns here very shortly. But it's with how long it's been since Ben Teasy finished up, that was a very quick race for him to get it done as quickly as he have. When our other runners are still not even are still just now getting to this point at close to an hour and 40.
Oh, and we're hearing Andy is also in the gauntlet from people who are keeping track. Andy is running this too?
Yep, he's on the list. I see him. He must have came in at the last minute. I didn't see him earlier, but he is definitely in there. 7-8 time. Andy is probably one of the most well-known runners in the Zelda community. Notorious for his hovering strats. He can actually hover using the boots. So he is known for some notorious times. So it's no surprise that he's doing as well as he has at this point.
Yeah, Andy was actually the #1 seed in the fall randomizer tournament. Once we got down to the top 16, he was the top overall seed. So definitely a very solid runner and someone worth following if you like randomizer.
Absolutely. SlimKirby now, he has got his last item. He is now in go mode. So, and all he has left is Turtle Rock, and then he is going right to Ganon's Tower. So that's good for him. And Linkshot, all he needs to do is find that fire rod, and he's already working his way towards that. He will be in go mode very shortly as well.
Oh, and we have our second dot done by Stogie Town, second place with an SRL of 139.40. So yeah, we're going to start seeing the dot duns all going to start flooding in here.
Very quick fight for Trolldorm 2 there on Evanidus. And there's there was a comment from Stogie Town. And he's not going to check the last chest.
Ooh, chat won't like that, Evanidus. All right. So we have our wonderful Aga fight, our second Aga fight of the night. That's a nice lineup.
Ooh, nice setup
Triple?
there. I think he got a triple out of that. If he can get one more, he's gonna be in good shape. But that's gonna be tricky. Nope. Just
Gets
needs
another
more
one. Yeah, the main Ganon has been in kind of some awkward positions, but he gets it.
Down goes Aga 2 for Evanidus, and now it's time for the big pig. G3rd0's not far behind. He's heading up to Aga 2 right now, so this is cutting it close, folks. This is still either anyone's race. And we've got our next completion, Korek, finishing with a time of 1:41.23. He takes third place.
All right, so we see G3rd0 right behind Evanidus. Man, Evanidus has got to be careful. He's only got 4 hearts, no potions, getting one bad hug with Green Mail, and he's done for.
And we can confirm I Smoke Meth Daily 69 is finishing 4th place with a time of 1:41.37. Yes, that's actually his username, so I have to read it. But nonetheless, he gets 4th place here. Oh no, Evanidus takes a death to Ganon.
Okay, he has a fairy. But
That was close.
That's still time.
That's still time wasted. He cut that. That's what happens with Green Mail, folks. Those attacks can really hurt. You got to play extra careful there. But he's on to the final phase, so he's still got a good lead here.
And Kirby taking a death there, unfortunately.
Yep.
And oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna wait to announce that until.
And oh, nice double from Evanidus. He takes out. We've got bacon, ladies and gentlemen. Evanidus finishing up here. Nicely done. As soon as
Evanidus. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
As soon as he enters the door, we'll get our time here, and he's gonna do the trick there. Finishing up in 5th place with a time of 1:42.36, and Mr. Barry Bonds follows up right behind him with 1:42.44.
Odo finished there at the end for the 5th place, and with Barry Bonds in 6th place, and it looks like G3rd0's going to be right behind. He's sitting up, and he gets the pig out.
Yeah, he finishes up. He's got a time of 1:43.51, and Andy literally right behind him. Oh no, actually 1:43.10. Andy finishing in 8th place with 1:43.51.
So both of them, oh my goodness, both Evanidus and G3rd0 were right there back to back. Evanidus with 4th, G3rd0 was 6th. No, wait, Evanidus with 5th, and then G3rd0 was 7th. Mr. Barry Bonds wedged in there between them.
Yeah. Now, Evanidus won't be able to join us here in the voice channel, but he will be in the text chat to talk with us, talk with you, everyone, about what happened here. But still, what a race here on this one.
See if we can get G3rd0 in here.
Meanwhile, our other two, Linkshot and SlimKirby, both making their way through to Turtle Rock here. They're in go mode on this one, so they'll be skipping a lot of this, but they are almost done as well.
And shout out to Evanidus, who's in chat. GG, sir.
Yeah, that's a question. Where were the tunics? We never found those, and we pretty much checked. It had to have been those unchecked chests in Ganon's Tower because we pretty much checked everything else.
Yeah, we full cleared. I'm trying to think. Even the pendant dungeons. Could one have been in Skullwoods? In the back end of Skullwoods?
No, I don't think so. I think we found both items in Skull Woods. It had to have been either Misery Mire or Ganon's Tower. Those are the only two places we didn't full clear. Everything else was checked.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it had to be. Hey, both males in Ganon's Tower. I think everyone's fine with that. And Gerdo won't be able to make it in voice chat either. So you get to hear Shades and I continue to talk and banter.
Yeah, but we can confirm Lou Dolphin has finished in 9th place with a time of 1:46.33. So we'll probably give you guys one more update on that, and then we'll just wait for our 2 runners to finish up here. And there it is. 10th place goes to Solski with a time of 1:46.48. So there's our top 10 runners for you here. We're going to wait to see what Linkshot and SlimKirby when they turn in their times, and then we'll go from there. But, oh, my Lord, what a race.
No, it was absolutely an amazing race. It all started out so fast. Final Form and To-Do just had all the work cut out for them through the first 15 minutes or so. Final Flame, sorry.
Bravo, Vidasia.
Hey, I've called people worse.
This is true, but oh man. Yeah, like the hype early on with the amazing set find of items, and then the trolling of the bow being our version 27 troll item, our go mode item essentially. Wow, what a race from beginning to end.
Yeah, I'm really curious because Ben Teasy finished up and he was way out in ahead of everyone else by a good 5 minutes. I'm curious what routing choices he did that was different to get that far out ahead.
Yeah, he must have made some really good calls somewhere that we didn't see, because he just blazed through the competition with a solid 15-minute lead over everybody else.
Yeah, so if anyone is watching Ben Teasy or anything like that, or he's in chat, let us know, because that it was a really fast race, and I think to get that fast, I mean, you have to make all the right gambles and just completely skip, for example, Thieves Town almost.
All right, so both SlimKirby and Linkshot now. SlimKirby is now in Ganon's Tower, and Linkshot is right behind him here. So the race for runners up is pretty just as close as the winners were.
All right, so we see SlimKirby, and he will continue moving through here. Linkshot, first starting out, we'll see if he goes right or left, and looks like a right side.
So everyone pretty much going the same route here, which doesn't quite work out because we know the big key is on the left side.
I think Slim actually started with the left.
No, he did not. He went full. I saw him go right side. He might have started right side at least. I know he started right side at least. He may not have done full. Well, they're both doing right to left, so that actually works out for them. Saves them a little bit of time.
And I imagine with a seed like this, we're going to see a lot of personal bests out of this one, because it was just open from the get-go.
Absolutely. I mean, I haven't seen any PBs yet, but with some of our other runners, there's a good chance we're going to see a PB or two out of this. So to give you guys a rundown of what we're doing over here, like I said earlier, tonight at 11, we're going to have a key sanity race over on our main speed gaming channel. You can have some great commentary from JTN 2002 and Math Girl 718. And then tomorrow we're going to have 3 races, an open mode race like this one here at 2 p.m., a key sanity race at 8 p.m., and an unknown race yet, a mystery race at 11 p.m. with some unexpected surprises on that one. So who knows what you might see.
Unexpected scares me.
That's half the fun.
All right, so Slim and Linkshot, I mean, they are neck and neck going through here. So Slim with just maybe a 10-second lead. So Evanidus, chat does want to know why you skipped validation chest, because of course chat wants to know that.
All right, both of our runners now clearing through heading up to the gauntlet at this point. Again, very close race between both these guys.
So Sectokia asked, what does validation chest mean? And that's a fair question, because it's kind of a meme in the community and we need to explain those. The chest after Moldorm 2, the very last chest in the game, statistically is the least likely to hold anything. I mean, you're already done with the game. You don't ever have to open it. But a lot of people consider that to be the validation chest, because if you do open it, your run is valid, and that's a complete lie.
Yeah, it's a joke that the community has come up with. It's not actually validation. You won't be disqualified if you don't open it. It's just one of those fun little things. If you've seen any Super Metroid races, it's the equivalent of saving the animals. You know, you don't have to do it. You don't get anything for doing it. You just do it for the lulz. So that's
also,
kind of what it is.
So you will be chat's hero if you do it, because chat loves you for wasting, a couple seconds for them.
Yeah. I mean, there is still potential for some things like silver arrows or sword upgrades to be in there, but as far as progression items go, you will never find anything in that chest.
Worth noting also that it is because of that chest that the hookshot will be required in 100% of the runs.
At least by the logic, yes. The hookshot is required. Though, there are some people like Andy who can do hover strats and not even fight Moldorm. They'll just hover over that gap and skip that area entirely. But by the logic, you are supposed to have the hookshot.
All right, so Linkshot looks like he's got a little bit of a lead actually right now on SlimKirby.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that, but he overtook the lead a little bit there. See if he can hold on to that. Actually, no, I think he's slightly behind because... No, you're right. He's in the lead. Huh. I just wonder how he pulled that off.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give Slim a hard time about that one.
Apparently, it came down to gauntlet execution. He just happened to do a little bit better and a little bit faster. Nobody's being careful. Bolt Troll Arm 2 not playing nice with him here, but he gets through. I wonder, so it comes down to SlimKirby. Will we find out what's in that final chest? Will we see someone actually check that, and will it actually have anything?
I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Come on, Slim. Yes!
And just a piece of heart. So that means it's one of the other chests that has the mail upgrades we're still looking. We never found those.
Not a single one. Let's Nico says, will we ever have a randomizer race at AGDQ?
We actually have one coming this weekend at AGDQ. So yes.
Plug.
And a very quick fight there for Linkshot. Takes out Agatha 2 very quickly. So now it's time for him to face the big pig. And SlimKirby right behind him there. One more good hit should do it.
I gotta say, even though SlimKirby and Linkshot are, finished this race so much further behind, I think g3rd0 and Evanidus actually had worse Aghanim fights.
Pretty close to it, yeah. Those were really good fights for both Linkshot and SlimKirby.
And just a shout out to everyone in chat. If you want to take part in the Key Sanity race, we just got the notification that the Key Sanity room is open over on the SRL, so take part. Come on, join us.
Yep. And we can comment that Dragon Strike 1988 finished in 20th place, and he did improve his time, his PB, by a full 22 minutes. Nicely done, and congratulations, Dragon Strike.
All right, and we see Linkshot. Oh man, Linkshot's got to be careful with his health here.
But he gets the double and finishes it off. Now he's got the bacon. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me check this here. Linkshot finishes in 22nd place with a time of 1:58.30. And SlimKirby now finishing up right behind him on that one. And as he enters the door here, come on, there we go. And he finishes in 24th place with 23rd place with 1:58.53.
Freddy was right behind Slim with 24th place, 1 second behind SlimKirby. I'm going to shout out Fred. If you're watching this VOD, if you would have stopped talking in SRL, you might have actually beat SlimKirby.
All right, SlimKirby's going to speed through his credits here, or he's going to let the credits roll to reduce the lag on his end, and then he should be in here shortly. But he will be joining us.
And Linkshot will be plugging in his mic and then joining us.
What a race from all of our runners here. This has been fun to watch. I love doing these dailies.
Yeah, the dailies are, it's weird because it has less, I think, gravity than the tournament does, but it's pure though. It's just people having fun playing the game.
All right, now, and Linkshot joining us here in the channel. GG
Hello.
there, Linkshot.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd get sub 2 hours when I looked at my time going up the tower.
That was pretty nuts there. What did you think about that seed?
It was pretty cool, actually. That's the third gloves at Aghanim that I've seen in a row, I think.
Oh, man.
There was, what was it? The bronze match had it, right?
Something like that.
And then the unofficial 11 p.m. And then this one has it as well. I was well prepared. I'm like, this is going to happen again. Obviously, it's going to happen again. I'm like, I'm going to cool little Aghanim icon on my tracker.
Yeah, it was interesting because I think it was SlimKirby and g3rd0, two of the other highlighted races, did an early lumberjack check, so we knew pretty early on that it was going to be an Aga required seed, but you didn't get it until a little bit later. We were like, when are they going to do it? And then it was, you had everything else that you found in Kakariko. It was like, well, eventually you'll get
Yeah, I do south to north, actually, because it gets me bombs first. While I'm in the woods, it's just a quick walk over to the lumberjacks, especially if I've got boots.
Yeah, though in this case, that actually came against you because if you had done the north and done the tree pull, there were bombs in the tier 1 tree pull. You would have gotten bombs right
tier
away.
1 tree pull, I noticed that. But generally, I do that for standard, since I'm coming out of Sanctuary anyway. I don't really have another choice. So for open, I do the other opening.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, not gonna fault you for your routing. Also, I got to ask, what was your feeling when you found out the bow was in Misery Mire? How much did that hurt?
I was figured it was either there or Ice Palace. I saw the flute and swamp. I knew that had to be something. I was surprised Bombos was required, though. When I picked that up, I had already found the other two medallions. There, it wasn't really useful, but it did lead to Fire Rod.
Out of curiosity, I don't remember. Did you ever check the pedestal?
Actually, but once I found Bow and Mire, I knew it wasn't required.
No, we actually can confirm it was just couch cash on the pedestal. So someone actually did check that ahead of time. But it
wasn't a mail upgrade.
Me and Vitasia the whole time were on our seats because like we did not know where the bow was for like a good chunk of that race.
I figured it would show up somewhere. I expected it to show up in Swamp, actually. But since the flute showed up, I figured it was in that area. Other than that, I think I had a bit of nerves and a lot of rust. I've been playing on the Link's Awakening randomizer. Did a few things like try to pull away when I grab a rock and stuff like that.
Understandable. And now we have SlimKirby joining us here in the channel. GG, sir.
Thank you very much.
So what was your thoughts on this particular race?
It was pretty good. All the items were like, it didn't seem like the items were really that trolly. My only mistakes kind of came from execution and forgetting I had a fairy when I was trying to death warp. But aside from that, it was a pretty good seed. I kind of enjoyed that one.
I had 2 fairies, and when I was going down into the I'm like, okay, let's just dump these. And right before the room, I don't want them coming back onto me or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that.
There's always that one person who forgets to have a fairy and tries to death warp. There's so many clips of that happening, it's not even funny.
It was Andy that had 2, and he released 1, but then not the other.
Oh, man.
It happens like that sometimes. And, you know, going around, you know, the routing that was going through, you two really entered Ganon's Tower at just about, you know, within a minute of one another.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Again, I'm surprised I got 2 sub 2 with so much of the world I did. dungeons were just the pendant dungeons at least were quick checks. Skullwoods had the 2 items right away. Or it's 2 items right away.
Yeah, and Thieves Town's always fast, so yeah, it was really quick checking those. Yeah, I kind of waited for like a lot of the mirror and hammer overworld stuff after I finished doing all the dungeons, which was, I think, a really good play because then I brought out the fire rod a lot earlier. So I think that was really good. I also really liked when I went into Mire. I feel I went into Mire pretty early considering.
We were bouncing back and forth between the two of us, wondering, where the bow was, and at some point, we went through Turtle Rock, and the bow wasn't at Turtle Rock, and Shades and I were just, squeeing like little schoolgirls, like, oh my god, it could be it! And then you guys had to ruin it by it being in Misery Mire.
Oh, yeah. Check with my Death Mountain check because I had all of Death Mountain available at once. Thanks for Cane of Burna, I guess, Turtle Rock.
It's interesting because
Together.
like Slim, I think you were the very first person in Eastern, and with the cane there, I mean, it was so long before anyone else went there. Like, people were considering, could logically have gone into Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, and they still hadn't gone into Eastern for the cane. So between that check and a few of the other checks that you guys had done, we knew where almost everything except the bow and the fire rod were like 20 minutes in.
Does that mean that like I was like one of the few people who had Tempered Sword for Aghanim Tower? Because I really liked having that.
I had Master Sword, yeah.
Oh wow, awesome! Yeah, because I was considering the Hyrule Castle play right after I got the Master Sword. I was like, well, there's a really good chance Lamp could be in here, but I decided to just check the Eastern area first. If I got the bow, that mean I could complete that really quick too, but unfortunately didn't give me any of those items. But then once I got Tempered Sword, I'm like, okay, yep, I'm doing Aghanim now. I'm sure it's got to be at Hyrule Castle, and sure enough, it was the.
Once I saw the gloves and lumberjack, I'm like, I am doing Aghanim as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Of course, as soon as possible is when you got the Master Sword, so I had to wait for that. And then I'm like, you know what? Of course I'm going to check the basement first. And they gave me a lamp. I'm like, no, I can't show off on stream. A little bit. I know how to do at least the first 3 rooms in the dark.
Oh.
Your sword until things die with the beams. It's easy.
So,
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're the star.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, I mean, even that dark room, like, I can, like, it's not so much killing the enemies; it's just those rooms that have no floor. That's what I don't want to really even deal with. So it's like,
I think that's like the big one. But then like I got through it once. I'm like, thankful. I'm like, oh, thank God.
So what were your thoughts on that Kakariko village? I mean, seriously, it was sub 20 minutes in where we were looking at Butter Sword for a lot of people, and most of the Go Mode items already gotten.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was nice to see a stacked Rico for once. So I really enjoyed getting all the items there. Yeah, it was really nice having those. Like, I felt like once I got all of them, it's like, okay, there's probably going to be like 1 or 2 trolley items, but it shouldn't be that trolley. And even though it seemed like they were tossing the pendant dungeons like right at you, it just, I don't know. I just didn't think it was going to be a pedestal seed. I just didn't think it was going to be one. And then sure enough, once I got bow, it's like, okay, it's definitely not pedestal like I thought. And then it's just, I'll just go through all the rest of the dungeons until I find that fire rod.
Was there anything required in Thieves Town?
I don't think so. No, I don't think there was.
Required pendant dungeon.
I think that was the difference that allowed Evanidus to really pull ahead, in at least in the 4 that we were watching, is that he just bypassed Thieves Town entirely.
So doing that bow with green pendant, I thought maybe it's a Hasrala has the fire rod.
Nope, just a heart piece.
All right, so we probably should wrap things up here really quickly, but is there any final words you guys would like to add in before we wrap up?
Where were the males?
We don't know.
We don't know. Nobody
Okay.
found them.
Probably
At least
right
nobody
by
we
Gannon's
watched.
Tower.
Wow, that's yeah. There were a couple of times I almost died in Turtle Rock just from not having for just having green mail. So it's like, where the hell are these? Because I cleared out pretty much every single dungeon completely. So it's like, are they all just in Ganon's Tower then, or?
They must have been either in Misery Mire because most of that wasn't checked, or Ganon's Tower. Those are the only two places I can think of.
No, I
Fire
full cleared
was the bow
Mire.
and an arrow upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, it's got to be in Ganon's Tower. That's the only place we never checked.
Wow, that's insane.
Was the magic bat checked?
No.
Yep. Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, it
Magic
was?
Bat was
Okay.
checked. Yep. Mushroom was checked. Magic Bat was checked. We never found anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I got powder in Turtle Rock, so once I was going through there, I was essentially done anyway, so I didn't even bother going back.
Yeah, powder from the big test. Board.
All right. Well, thank you so much, both SlimKirby and Linkshot, for joining us afterwards. We're going to get signed off here before too long. Keep in mind that I think we're done on this channel on Speed Gaming 2, but here in just about 40 minutes, if you haven't already joined, over on Speed Gaming 1 is going to be a key sanity race tonight. It's going to be super hype here in about 40 minutes, so get on over there. Join the race if you can. If not, just head on over and watch, just like you were here.
You're welcome.
Indeed.
Oh, and a little tip for our key sanity players. In logic, this will be fixed in V28. Swamp Small Key is a 10% chance to be in Swamp itself. Have the means to get into Swamp, it's not a bad call to just go.
Take that advice well, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always. Make sure you follow all of our channels: Speed Gaming 1 through 4, Randomania 1 through 4, ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4, for all of your randomizer fun. In the meantime, on behalf of everybody here, my name is The Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on!